You had that power to get me out 20 years ago and you didn't say anything? You let me sit here? How do you live with yourself? 20 years!
Daniel was wrongly convicted of murder. He spent a long 20 years in prison, and now someone could finally prove his innocence. Brock was the lawyer for Richard, the actual killer. In fact, she had known 20 years ago that Richard committed the murder, but she chose silence to protect her career. It wasn't until now, when Richard committed another crime, that his guilt finally came to light. Police discovered he was behind 2 murders. Both victims had exposed Richard's schemes. Before he could stand trial, Richard was shot and killed at the police station by an 80-year-old man. That old man, having lost all his life savings, ultimately pulled the trigger and ended Richard's life. After Richard's death, proving Daniel's innocence seemed impossible. Fortunately, Brock had a change of heart. She turned over the crucial evidence to the police, a belt stained with the blood of both victims. In the end, Daniel's name was cleared, but Daniel felt no gratitude toward her.
Did you know that Richard killed Nancy? You knew, and you didn't say anything.
Detective Elliot then arrested Brock, charging her with conspiracy to commit murder, because if she had told the truth back then, the second victim would still be alive. In court, Brock chose to defend herself. She emphasized that as a lawyer, protecting client confidentiality was a professional obligation. She had signed a confidentiality agreement with Richard at the time, which is why Richard trusted her, and even left the murder weapon in her custody. This became the prosecution's key evidence. They believed Brock had returned the weapon to Richard, which enabled him to kill again 20 years later. Brock firmly denied ever returning the weapon to Richard. After her explanation, the truth was revealed. Richard had instructed Daniel to steal a display case from Brock's office. Daniel had no idea the case contained the weapon used to kill his girlfriend. The next day, Daniel was arrested and framed as the murderer. In other words, without knowing it, Daniel helped manufacture his own wrongful conviction. Brock was innocent. The judge ultimately ruled that she was not guilty of conspiracy to commit murder. The police later formally apologized to her. After regaining her freedom, Brock decided to defend the elderly man who had shot and killed Richard.